Okay, let's get started. I want to thank everybody for joining my first break ever. We got 10 boxes of 2021 Panini Contenders. This is PYT break number 1. We're going to break 400 total cards. And I should have Ashley, who's got the Lakers and the Suns. Cody has the Rockets, Pacers, Clippers, Heat, Thunder, and the Trailblazers. I got Jay's Kicks with the Nuggets, T-Wolves, Pelicans, Kings, Spurs, Wizards. David with the Celtics and the 76ers. Christopher with the Nets, Bulls, Cavs, and the Mavericks. Grizzlies and Knicks. Richard with the Raptors. Keith with the Bucks. Michelle with the Warriors. Nicholas with the Pistons. K.A. got the Hornets. Kevin with the Hawks. Max got the Jazz. And Patrick with the Magic. Yeah, some fire for the T-Wolves. Some Ant Edwards. That'd be nice. I want to pull some fire for everybody. It'd be good for my first break ever, you know? Be able to show some hits. Are you guys watching the game right now? Game 7? Game 6? Game 6. All right. Last pack, box 1. We got red parallel Desmond Bain 2020 draft class. Let me try to get these in the camera right. Devontae Graham, Nurkic, Rudy Gobert, Marvin Bagley, Embiid. We got a Dragic. There's a Devin Vassell jersey relic, rookie for the Spurs. And a international ticket, Andrew Wiggins. Game night, Jason Tatum, Kyrie Irving, Sekou, Jason Tatum, D'Angelo Russell, LaMarcus Aldridge, John Wall, Christian Wood. There's a SGA for the Thunder, Gilgeous-Alexander, Vujovic, De'Aaron Fox, Markelle Fultz, Miles Bridges, Eric Gordon, PJ Washington, international ticket, Denny. It looks like it's a red foil parallel. Tyler Herro. Suns in 7, he says. Davis Bertans. Hey, maybe. Steph Curry. Carmelo Anthony. Paul George. Malcolm Brogdon. Rudy Gobert. That's a red foil parallel as well. There's a 2020 draft class, Emmanuel Quickley. There's a Drew Holiday, who's come up huge in these finals. Kyle Kuzma. That's a good free agent signing for Milwaukee for this year. There's a Zion. They said Drew was like the missing piece to get him over the top, and they may be right. There's a DeAndre Ayton. There's another guy who's really come into his own in these playoffs. DeMar DeRozan, DeAndre Hunter, and a GOAT LeBron James base card for the last card in box 1. Box 2. Oh, Phoenix is on top right now. When I started the break, Bucks were on top. Raptors in 4. Yeah, if they bring Kawhi back, maybe. All right. Let's get some good guards in here. Let's get something. Let's get a banger. Any hits and rookies and stuff, all rookies, parallels, anything like that will be sleeved, top loaded, all that kind of stuff. I don't know. This is my first break ever. I had the stuff off to the side. I was going to wear gloves too, but admittedly, I got a little bit flustered going into this, but the next break will be different. Speaking of that, I got to add up right now for the same break. It'll be going on Friday at 7 o'clock, and I'll try to be a little bit more prepared. I'll watch this video, take some notes, figure out what I did right, what I did wrong, and make the next one better. Here's a card. Here we go. A Wiseman and LaMelo dual relic, and we'll have to go to random.org to get this because I know that separate people have the Warriors and the Hornets. And I actually already, in the case of this happening, I got all your names put into a random.org list randomizer. I don't have the teams. I have all the names, everybody's name put in there. So we'll do it that way. But we'll definitely get this randomized and get it to the appropriate owner, whoever wins on random.org. Okay, yeah, I can move them closer. Yeah. Okay. So 2020 draft class, Malachi Flynn. There's that. That's what you wanted too. You wanted a Malachi. Okay, there we go. Okay, Malcolm Brogdon, greatest pacer of all time. DeMar DeRozan, DeAndre Hunter, Davis Bertans, Steph Curry, Drew Holiday. There's a Christian Wood. There's a insert game night Anthony Davis, Eric Gordon, PJ Washington. There's a Carmelo Anthony. I'll be interested to see if he comes back and plays another year too, and if so, with who. Paul George, De'Aaron Fox, Markelle Fultz, Tyler Hero, Isaac Okoro. He's a rookie I like too, but they don't seem to groom him too well in Cleveland, Andrew Wiggins and stuff. And the Okoro also too is a red foil parallel. There's a KD, Lauri Markkanen, Jamal Murray, Mitchell Robinson, Devontae Graham, another Nurkic, Anthony Davis, international ticket Siakam, Embiid, Goran Dragic. I do collect. Yes, I collect a lot. Montrezl Harrell, DeAndre Ayton, Kyrie Irving, Sekou Doumbouya. There's a Tatum, OG Anunoby. There's another LeBron, D'Angelo Russell, LaMarcus Aldridge, John Wall, Kyle Kuzma, and a Zion base. Box 3. It's a nice patch. I'm looking at that thing. A Mellow and a Wiseman. Yeah, no, you can never get too much LeBron. I love LeBron. He's the GOAT, in my opinion. I mean, anybody that says Jordan, I can't argue with you. But I've seen them both play. Jordan had the killer instinct that LeBron doesn't have, but I just think LeBron does more. Not as clutch. Like I said, any arguments that anybody has for Jordan, there's no argument against it. Yeah, let's see an auto. I agree. I'm really happy to see the Bucks, though. I'm a big collector of Giannis. He's probably, well, not probably. I definitely have the biggest PC collection of his. All right, box 3. There's a Kobe White, Bojan Bogdanovic, Russell Westbrook, the triple-double king. There's a Daniel Otero patch, rookie patch for the Clippers. Daniel Otero. He's got some hair like the Weeknd. Zeke Naji, Jarrett Culver, Van Vliet, Christian Wood, Kelly Oubre Jr., Jaylen Brown. Yeah, I agree, Richard. That's fair. Draymond, Valanciunas. Ooh, there's a red foil parallel game night Anthony Davis. So you got the base and now red foil parallel. Seth Curry. Seth Curry, I think I heard that he led the NBA in 3-point field goal percentage. That family can just shoot threes. The dad can shoot threes too. Donovan Mitchell, Andre Drummond, Ben Simmons, Gordon Hayward, Kawhi. There's a Steph Curry, red foil parallel, and a game night insert Zion. There's Montrezl Harrell, a KD, Lauri Markkanen, a Giannis, Miles Turner, Zach LaVine. Zach LaVine went to and graduated from the same high school that I went to, Bothell High School here. It's a little bit north of Seattle. Klay Thompson. There's an international ticket, red foil parallel, Nikolai Jokic, MVP. Jamal Murray. Mitchell Robinson. There's a RJ Barrett. Devin Booker. Back-to-back 40-point games in finals losses. Terrible luck. Karis LeVert, great performances. To be honest, Chris Paul's the one that's kind of choked in the last few games. Pascal Siakam, Joel Embiid. Too many turnovers for Chris Paul, and he's got a history of it in the biggest games. There's an international ticket for Australia for Kyrie Irving. I thought these international tickets were like if you were from a different. I didn't know Kyrie Irving was from Australia, or maybe that's not exactly how they work. James Harden, maybe he is from. I don't know. I know he went to Duke. I'm not sure where he went to high school, but I know he went to Duke. James Harden, Bam Adebayo, I know Ben Simmons was from Australia, but I didn't know Kyrie was. Kemba Walker for the last card, box 3. Who knows anything about that? Is Kyrie Irving from Australia, or did the international tickets not necessarily work that way? I'm going to put some gloves on now, since I meant to do that in the beginning. When we random off this Wiseman LaMelo patch too, I'm going to have to move the camera. I mean, we'll do it at the very end of the break, but I'll have to move the camera to see my random.org screen, or it's the only way that I can think that I'll be able to do it. But, well, I don't know. We'll get it figured out. It's commercial on the game right now. I don't know what the score is. It's probably born in Melbourne, Australia for Kyrie Irving, and I stand corrected. He is Australian. Well, was born there. That means he's got to have dual citizenship then. Anyway, all right. Box 4. Kyrie, great player. I just don't. I don't know how I feel about some of the things that he chooses to say in public. I get the feeling that he thinks that he's awfully intelligent, or much smarter than the rest of us. It's just kind of the vibe that I get off of him. And maybe he is, but I don't know. He's a great player. Kyrie's a great player. Oh, come on. There's a patch in here. I'm not sure of it. I got, like I said, I got more boxes to do breaks of these, and then I also right now have Panini Prism draft picks, and I'll be putting up some breaks of that. I'm waiting for the first release of this year's NFL rookies and pro uniforms. I like NFL cards. I like NBA cards too. Baseball, not so much. I love baseball. Just I'm not a big fan of the cards for some reason. Well, Otani, Tatis, I got some of those slabs, but John Wall, Embiid, Goran Dragic, Montrezl Harrell. There's a Bogdanovich, Russell Westbrook, Jaylen Brown, red foil international ticket Canada RJ Barrett, and I did know that he was Canadian. Another Dookie, international Dookie, Kyrie, Australia, RJ, Canada. I'm sure there's others. Kevin Durant, Lauri Markkanen, Jamal Murray, Draymond Green. Shane Battier went to Duke, and he was from Alaska, and he was like a 5-star recruit at a high school. Imagine having to get attention all the way up in Alaska. Jonas Valanciunas, Ben Simmons, Eric Bledsoe, red foil parallel. Here's the game night insert. Nikola Jokic, MVP, Mitchell Robinson. I feel like I've seen a lot of these already. RJ Barrett, Devin Booker. There's a James Harden, Gordon Hayward, and a Kawhi Leonard. Here's the patch. It's a rookie patch for the Washington Wizards, Denny Avdia. And he's a great rookie. I love him. I think he's talented. The broken leg injury was a disaster, but I really like him going forward. There's a draft class 2020 on Yeka. Yeah, I'll get that Prism. I'll get it up. I'll get the ads put up. Like I said, this is my first break ever, and I'm trying to get into it. I need to post some. I need to get some breaks out there onto my YouTube channel. I need to just keep doing it and get better at it, and keep the inventory coming in. Just keep. I'll keep posting breaks. One good thing is that my first one, I at least sold all the teams in it. And so that was a good thing. I was really happy about that. And, like I said, I thank all of you. Jarrett Culver, Buddy Hield. There's a Luka, best player in the game right now, Luka Doncic. I heard some people that I really respect say he's the greatest, most talented 22-year-old in the history of the NBA. That was Bill Simmons and Ryan Russillo. I love the Ringer basketball podcast. Patty Mills, Kevin Love. I've been listening to Russillo since ESPN. There's a pretty nice card. Insert 2020 draft class red foil parallel Ant Edwards for the Minnesota Timberwolves. And there's a kid that, look, what LaMelo did while he was healthy was incredible. But Anthony Edwards played the entire year. And if he would have got the Rookie of the Year, I wouldn't have argued with that either. I think he's a great player going forward. Like I said, I worry about the development in Minnesota. Christian Wood, Kelly Oubre Jr., Seth Curry, Bradley Beal. There's a John Morant, Markelle Fultz. And the international ticket, Patty Mills, Australia. Oh, that Markelle Fultz was a red foil parallels red as well. That John Morant base, there's a guy I was wrong about. When he won Rookie of the Year, I thought it was all because, Zion had gotten hurt, that Ja was just kind of, took advantage of that he wasn't really going to be a great player, and I was wrong. I saw what he did this year, especially getting them to the playoffs. And Ja is for real. He's a great young player. And Dylan Brooks is another Grizz that I really like. No LaMelo except for the patch, the dual patch with Wiseman. All right, box 5. It's got to be halftime of the game right now. Every time I look back, it's on commercial. 1 second here. So, for this draft class that just drafted into the NFL, of course, Trevor Lawrence, everybody's high on him. But I've been getting Ian Books. He was taken in the 4th round by New Orleans, and he was the quarterback at Notre Dame. He's kind of undersized, but I think going to New Orleans is like the perfect situation. They just, they got Sean Payton, who Drew Brees just retired. He was a undersized quarterback, so the coaching staff, Sean Payton is good with smaller guys like that, and the competition in front of him is Jameis Winston and Taysom Hill, who we're not really sure if he's a real quarterback or not. So, I've kind of been getting Ian Book cards, thinking he reminds me a lot of Russell Wilson's situation. I'm in Seattle. The Seahawks are my team. When we drafted Russell, we got him in the 3rd round. We had just signed a guy named Matt Flynn to a big contract. He was supposed to be our quarterback. We drafted Russ in the 3rd round. He was an undersized quarterback from Wisconsin, and we just kind of figured we'll take him in the 3rd round, and If we have anything, then, we'll see what we got. And if not, then we don't really lose anything. Well, and the rest is history, So he's the greatest player the Seahawks have ever had by far. Here we go. Box 5. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'll break football. I got the Panini Prism draft picks. That's for that's NFL product. I'm sorry, I meant it's an NFL product. It's got Trevor Lawrence and Zach Wilson, Trey Lance, those guys in it. They're still in the college uniform, but it's for the NFL teams that they're on. There's Bogdanovich, Russell Westbrook, Jaylen Brown, Draymond Green, Carmelo Anthony, Paul George. There's a Malcolm Brogdon. Draft class 2020 insert Jaden McDaniels. There's another Valanciunas. Ben Simmons, who's definitely getting traded. Reports are that the Sixers are going to get rid of him. They don't like that he can't shoot. Gordon Hayward, and that's fine. I get it. Ben Simmons does more to impact an NBA game without scoring than anybody I've ever seen. And I watch a lot of basketball. I love Ben Simmons. DeMar DeRozan, DeAndre Hunter, LeBron James. He's the best perimeter defender in the entire league. DeMar DeRozan. There's a red foil parallel game night insert Kyrie Irving. The Australian Kyrie Irving. Learn something new every day. Kawhi Leonard. Buddy Hield. There's another Luka. Patty Mills. D'Angelo Russell. LaMarcus Aldridge. Ooh, what's this? A Wiseman rookie ticket jersey patch. And that one does not have LaMelo Ball on it. This will go to the Golden State Warriors buyer. International ticket from Serbia, Montenegro, Nikolai Vujovic. Let's see here real quick. Who's Michelle had the Warriors with the Wiseman rookie ticket patch. And maybe a dual patch with LaMelo. We'll have to see. All right. Kevin Love, Bradley Beal, John Morant, John Wall, Joel Embiid, Goran Dragic, upside down Goran Dragic, Montrezl Harrell. There's a game night insert D'Angelo Russell. There's Alonzo Ball, who is somebody asked me if I collect. I'm a big collector of Lonzo Ball. I have a lot of his cards. I love Lonzo. I love his little brother too, but I love Lonzo. Anthony Davis, Jaren Jackson, Trae Young, Kevin Durant base card, Lauri Markkanen, another Trae Young, and a red foil parallel international ticket Greece, the Greek freak Giannis Antetokounmpo. Bucks megastar 2021 Finals MVP question mark. Maybe if they pull this off, hold on, win this series. Is there a game night for Toronto. I'm not familiar with the entire checklist. I would imagine that there would be. A Siakam probably. It looks like they tend to do it with like the Stars and Siakam, maybe a Van Vliet. I really like Siakam, and I think this last year he might have had like some injury problems, and because they didn't, go as deep because they didn't have Kawhi, he didn't get as much attention as he did the year that they won it all. But Siakam was like the coming out story that year, and he's still a great player. Oh yeah, Kyle Lowry. Yeah, that's right, Kyle Lowry. I don't know why I forget about him. You're probably right. He's the Raptor. He's the guy left. With DeRozan leaving, which they had to. DeRozan leaving in that trade for Kawhi. That's the greatest thing. It was terrible to break up Kyle and DeMar. I know how close they were. I remember that story, but you had to do it. You don't win that title if you don't make that move. So, in my opinion, do you like Malachi Flynn going forward? I like him. I like Malachi. I assume you do. You were asking for him. All right. We're halfway through. Second half coming up. Let's get some bangers, some heaters. Okay. Aaron Naismith, rookie 2020 draft class. Markelle Fultz, Tyler Herro, Davis Bertans, Steph Curry, Donovan Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell's ones who, for speaking sports cards, I'm a big. I think his rookie cards are undervalued right now. Andre Drummond, De'Aaron Fox, red foil parallel international ticket from Montenegro, Nikolai Vujovic for the Magic, Drew Holiday. I mean, just compared to like some of his peers, I think Donovan Mitchell's the top 5 player in the league right now. When he's healthy, when he was healthy last year, this past year, the Jazz had the top record in the league, and everything was going smooth. I know they didn't make it, but he got hurt down the stretch, and even though he came back, I'm not sure if he was 100%. Zion Williamson, Jimmy Butler, Eric Bledsoe, Colin Sexton. There's a rookie patch relic, rookie ticket for the Boston Celtics from Oregon, Peyton Pritchard, and an international ticket, Serbia, Bogdan Bogdanovic. Not to be confused with Bojan Bogdanovic. All right. And come on. All right. Trae Young, John Collins, Brandon Ingram, RJ Barrett, Devin Booker, James Harden, Bam Adebayo, 2020 draft class red foil parallel Jaden McDaniels, Blake Griffin, Terry Rozier, CJ McCollum, Damian Lillard. Does Dame stay in Portland? Does he go? Does he want to stay? Does he want to go? Kemba Walker. I would think they could get a haul for him. Jarrett Culver, Drew Holiday. That's a red foil parallel, Drew Holiday as well. Defensive player of the year, back-to-back, 2-time defending defensive player of the year, international ticket from France, Rudy Gobert. There's a SGA, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, Nikolai Vujovic, De'Aaron Fox, Fred VanVleet for the Raptors, Christian Wood, Kelly Oubre, and Seth Curry to close out box 6. So I don't know about Dame. Portland's the closest team to me geographically since Clay Bennett stole the Sonics and shipped them off to Oklahoma City. But they're not necessarily like my favorite team. I've tried. I figured like, well, they're the closest geographically, but I pretty much just root for stars and whatever team LeBron's on. But now, with the Bucks, because the Lakers didn't make it, I want the Bucks this year because I'm really heavily invested into Giannis with the cards, but not so much like for a return. I buy a lot of cards with the idea that it's an investment or something like that, and then I hold them. I don't want to sell them. If you could sip a cold one with an NBA player, who would you choose? Shaq, and that's a good one. I think that I might choose the guy at the other end of the desk with Shaq, Charles Barkley. He'd be a great one. I like him. I like Shaq as well. Maybe right now, Luka. It'd be Luka that I'd want to sip a cold one or just talk with, hang out with. I get the feeling that Luka knows something that we don't know when it comes to him. I get the feeling that he's a little bit different, that he's like a generational talent, maybe even more impressive than that. And I want to know like what it's like to be that guy. LeBron could answer that for me too, but Luka's kind of the guy right now, and that's what I think that I admire the most about athletes, the stars, is I want to know like what's that mindset like? What's it feel like to be that guy for one day? What's it really like? What do they think about it? There's some questions I'd like to ask to kind of get an idea of how that is. Okay, here's a rookie patch relic for the Dallas Mavericks, Tyrell Terry. That Peyton Pritchard, that was a green patch, right? Yeah, it was. It was a green patch. Okay, because I was just gonna say, I hope it's not like all napkins. Okay, here's a for the Bucks, a game night red foil parallel Giannis Antetokounmpo, and that's a sweet looking card. That's a really nice card. I like it. I don't. I haven't seen that one. Joel Embiid, Goran Dragic, Montrezl Harrell, SGA, Vujovic, De'Aaron Fox, Markelle Fultz, game night Kyrie, Kevin Durant, Lauri Markkanen, Jamal Murray, Mitchell Robinson, Tyler Herro, Davis Bertans. Ooh, this is a numbered to 49, 34 of 49, blue foil Shea Gilgeous-Alexander for the Oklahoma City Thunder. I don't know if I can get. I got to figure out this lighting. The next break, I'll get all this figured out by the next one. I don't know if you can see that. It's 34 of 49. And it's the blue foil parallel. That's a sick card. I like it. I really like SGA going forward. And there's the base version of the international ticket, Greece, Giannis Antetokounmpo. I think what it is that I need to have, instead of having the light behind my camera, I think that's the problem that I have. I knew when I was kind of testing this out before, because honestly, this is the first time I've ever went live with anybody but my daughter checking the video. So I was seeing that there was there might be a problem. It's just the lighting. Like I said, I'll get it figured out. The next one will be different as far as my setup and things like that. I'll work out all the kinks. Eric Gordon, PJ Washington, Carmelo Anthony, Paul George, Jaren Jackson Jr., Trey Young, John Collins. There's an international ticket, New Zealand, for Aaron Baines. International tickets, the Olympics are coming up. The U.S. team lost like the first two friendlies that we played. Well, I guess not friendly. I don't know. Exhibition games. Malcolm Brogdon, DeMar DeRozan, DeAndre Hunter, Brandon Ingram. I think that some of these teams out there, like Slovenia with Luka, some of these teams that have NBA stars on it, those guys want it more than the Americans. I'd be surprised if the Americans win the gold. I would be. Blake Griffin, Terry Rozier, Aaron Gordon. That's a red foil parallel. Aaron Gordon in a Magic uniform. He's now with the Denver Nuggets. It's to the Orlando Magic. Sadiq Bey, 2020 draft class. I'm a big fan of Sadiq Bey going forward. He was kind of the rookie that I chose. I mean, other than like LaMelo at the beginning of the year when LaMelo was really expensive and I was going after, I wanted to go after another rookie. So I went after Sadiq Bey, and I'm not disappointed. I like 3-and-D guys. And with the Pistons having the number 1 overall pick in the draft that's coming up on the 29th, there's good things that's going to happen in Detroit. LeBron James, D'Angelo Russell, LaMarcus Aldridge, John Wall, CJ McCollum, and Dame Lillard. Box 8. A Malachi auto. 7 boxes in, no auto. I know, man. Listen, nobody hopes that you guys hit more than me. Really. I would love to pull some fire for everyone. I get into a lot of breaks too. Not as many as I used to, but all right. Box 8. All right. Rookie ticket. Patch. RJ Hampton. '20 draft class. Jaden McDaniels. Eric Bledsoe. Colin Sexton. Domantas Sabonis. Kristaps Porzingis, Giannis Base, Miles Turner, Zach LaVine, international ticket Nikolai Vujovic, Chris Paul, Aaron Gordon, Steven Adams, Michael Porter Jr., Klay Thompson. Michael Porter's one that I kind of invested in that I'm not so sure if that's going to be a good idea going forward. Karis LeVert, Brandon Ingram. There's a Miami Heat 2020 draft class red foil parallel Precious Achua. That Brandon Ingram is a red foil parallel as well. Michael Porter Jr., he went to high school in downtown Seattle at Nathan Hale, and he was the #1 recruit going into college. He chose to go to Missouri after he committed to the University of Washington. There was all sorts of allegations about he was being paid, and then he never played in a regular season game for Missouri, and that's why he slipped in the draft. There was really high hopes for him at one point. There still is, I think, in Denver, but James Harden, he can't seem to stay healthy. He's got back problems, which is really rare for somebody so young. Bam Adebayo, he's got a great shot, though. A great shot. Kemba Walker, Jarrett Culver, DeAndre Ayton, Kyrie Irving, Sekou, international ticket Finland, Lauri Markkanen, Fred VanVleet, Christian Wood, Kelly Oubre, Jason Tatum, Devontae Graham, Yusuf Nurkic, Seth Curry, that's Seth Curry's red foil parallel. International ticket red foil parallel Slovenia, Goran Dragic, Seth Curry, Donovan Mitchell, Andre Drummond, Jimmy Butler, Rudy Gobert, and Marvin Bagley. Box 9. Find one autograph or memorabilia card per box on average. Yeah. Memorabilia card, maybe. Every single box has been a patch instead of an auto. Every single one. Come on, Panini. You got to make up for it. Let's get a 101, some kind of superstar RPA. I'm telling you, this is another patch box. I'm pretty sure it's in this pack. Maybe not. There's definitely more weight to it than the other ones, though. All right, let's see what we got here. Oh, yeah, I am definitely going to be watching the Kraken expansion draft for sure. Admittedly, I am not, I don't have a lot of knowledge about Hang on a second. I gotta do something because I just saw something. I cut to it, and it is not an autograph, but it is a rookie ticket LaMelo Ball patch for the Charlotte Hornets, which combined with the dual patch with Wiseman is pretty good. Anyway, about the crack in the expansion draft, yes, I will be stay tuned. I'm trying to learn as much as I can about the NHL in a short period of time. I mean, I kind of know hockey. I need to learn the players. I'll definitely learn the guys that Seattle gets, and as I watch games, I'll learn more about the sport as a whole. But I don't know a lot. Andrew Wiggins. I know that the last expansion team was the Vegas Golden Knights, and they had a pretty good first year, so I know it can be done. And everybody seems to really like our front office a lot. We got Ron Francis. There's a Rui Hachimura, second year base. Victor Oladipo. Patty Mills. Kevin Love. Bradley Beal. There's a 2020 draft class Josh Green for the Dallas Mavericks. Al Horford. Nikolai Jokic. Miles Bridges. John Morant. There's another Lonzo Ball. Anthony Davis. A lot of people in local sports radio are saying that Carey Price is available from the Canadiens, and that's a big deal. But apparently, there's some injury issues with him, which is why he's available. And apparently, he's not going to play next year, so they don't know if the Kraken is going to take him. There's a red foil parallel Draymond Green and a red foil parallel international ticket Bogdan Bogdanovic. Domantas Sabonis. Chris Paul. Aaron Gordon. Russell Westbrook. Jaylen Brown. Draymond Green. Jonas Valanciunas. Ricky Rubio. Steven Adams. Michael Porter Jr. Kyle Lowry. Chris Middleton. Ben Simmons. Gordon Hayward. That's it's not numbered, but it's a gold parallel Montrezl Harrell. Huh. I think that's the first gold parallel we've seen in this. There's a red parallel 2020 draft class Aaron Naismith. Tobias Harris. Criminally underrated, in my opinion. Tobias Harris. Derrick Rose. Julius Randle. Kawhi Leonard. Buddy Hield. And another Luka Doncic. Last box coming up. And then if everything stays the same, I will be going to random.org to random off that Wiseman LaMelo patch between Michelle and KA. And I'll do that after we rip this last box here. 77-73 Milwaukee, under a minute left in the third quarter. Wow, Richard. It's like that, huh? Price? I do know that they were saying that he basically by himself drugged the Canadiens like to the final this year, and that even though they lost, that he's the kind of goalie that's capable of doing something like that. All right, last box coming up. Before this, again, I want to thank everybody for joining. It's my first break ever. First time being live on camera. It'll get better. I got another break. Same exact break up right now. It'll go. It ends on Friday, and then I'll go live at 7 p.m. Pacific time on Friday and rip another 10 boxes of this. And also, I'll get the NFL Panini Prism draft picks. I'll get a break of that up too. Okay, last box. Good luck, everybody. Last box. Start off with a Lauri Markkanen, Jamal Murray, Mitchell Robinson, RJ Barrett, Jason Tatum, Devontae Graham, Yusuf Nurkic. There's a game night red foil parallel for the Brooklyn Nets, James Harden, in that throwback uni. I'm not sure how much I love that. Devin Booker, James Harden, Bam Adebayo, Rudy Gobert, Marvin Bagley, Porzingis. Here's one thing I can guarantee. I guarantee you that Kristaps Porzingis never plays a game for the Dallas Mavericks again. The word is, I've read quite a few reports that Luka does not like him at all. They just don't get along for whatever reason. There's a red foil parallel, Chris Paul. Game night, Miami Heat, Jimmy Buckets, Jimmy Butler, Kemba Walker, Jarrett Culver, Fred VanVleet, Christian Wood, Greek Freak, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Miles Turner, and wow, 10 patches, and the last one is a rookie ticket, Tyrese Maxey patch relic, who he showed out during the playoffs. I think some people in Philadelphia are pretty excited about him, especially if they get rid of Ben Simmons and he takes over. International ticket, Slovenia, Goran Dragic, Kelly Oubre Jr., Seth Curry, Donovan Mitchell, Zach LaVine, Klay Thompson, Karis LeVert, Pascal Siakam, There's an international ticket, red foil parallel, France, Rudy Gobert, Andre Drummond, Jimmy Butler, Eric Bledsoe, Colin Sexton, Kobe White, Bojan Bogdanovic, red parallel, Jaylen Brown, and the last card of the break is a 2020 draft class, Miami Heat, Precious Achiuwa. Okay, thanks everybody for joining. I'm going to get over here and bring up a couple names in the dice roller on random.org. Like I said, I really appreciate everybody joining. I got more breaks up. I hope to see you again. Like I said, I will study this video, fix some mistakes, make sure that the next one is a little bit visually better than this one was. Says Montreal would have won, he would have been the MVP. Yeah, I've heard some incredible things about him. I really have. Okay, and then okay, so I'm gonna grab this camera and point it because I don't know what else to do here. So I'm gonna type in the name of the Hornets and the Warriors. And now we're going to go to the dice roller. Okay, don't get sick. Okay, you can see. All right. Dice roller. So we got 8 times. 8 times. List randomizer, Hornets and Warriors. Okay, so 1. That's 2. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, the next one, when I randomize it the next time, the team on top is going to get the James Wiseman LaMelo Ball dual patch. And it's the Warriors. So it will go to the James Wiseman side. The Hornets did get the LaMelo Ball patch. Thanks, everybody, for joining. I'm going to get out of here now so that nobody gets sick. Thanks.